Howdy folks, welcome to episode 33. I think we're on 33 now, so yeah, it might be 34. No, we'll just go with 33. So anyway, I have a cat making all kinds of noise. Thank you for that. And so anyway, we're going to get our logs again today. We need to refill our logs, and I thought about getting, let's see what they got for other engines. Is that B? Yeah. Let's see what they have for other engines on the expensive end, on a nice, because we have that. We have this. What about the Lima? Why don't we try the this one? This one rubbing on everything. All right, yeah. Why don't we try the Lima? We're gonna buy that. Here's the thing. I thought about let's take a look at the colors too, and stuff. I think we're gonna go with the smaller smokestack this time. And let's see. We'll do that one. Let's see what paint jobs they have. Green. Oh, it's just two of them. Okay. Well, we're going to go with the green then. And, you know, I thought that maybe this is a bad idea because if this goes too fast, actually, I don't know if it is going to go fast. But the problem is we're using the cheater small logging cars. And so if I go too fast, they might just fly off the track. But we're going to find out. So let's go like this. We'll get... Can we... Don't walk on my mouse. Thank you. We'll get this going, and then we'll re-rail it. And then we'll head over if we can. The other thing I need to do is I need to check... Here, let's go like this. There we go. It's open now. All right, let's do this. We're going to put some coal in this one. All right, and we're going to back up. So we're going to leave the brakes on. There we go. This one is off the switch, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to back up with this. We're going to use this one as our guinea pig because we need to check the track up here. If you remember, we took the that switch out. So I need to figure out if maybe we can just place a new switch in there and if it'll fit. Or if I need to redo these chunks of track or what. So let's go like this. Let's jump out of here while those are warming up. And we'll go like this. And let's see if we can get this. Not G. I keep thinking it's G. There we go. Let's see if we can get... a switch. That's going to be a right switch. Yeah. Let's see if we can get this to... That's going to be that side? No, that's going to be that side, isn't it? We'll see if we can get this to work. Because they look as aligned as any of them ever are, you know? I mean, there's a tiny bit of misalignment there. I wonder if that's what's going on. I might just need to lay a new piece of track, but let's see. Let's go back this way, and we'll try this out. And then the other one should be warmed up enough that we can run it and bring the other things back. So let's go like this. We're going to bring this over the switch. Make sure the switch is actually set to the right way. Yeah, okay, just so we don't accidentally have to redo. If it does come flying off the tracks, I want to know why, you know? I want to make sure that it's because of that, not just because I had the switch wrong and it accidentally bugged this one time, you know? Let's go like this, see what happens here. Okay, looks like we're good that way. See, it did do a little bit of a, jump there, but I mean, you look at the size of the wheels compared to that thing. I mean, the frogs are more of a dramatic move than that, right? Let's try going forward and see what happens here. Because it's right there. You can see it drop. Can you see it drop? All right, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna There we go. Yeah, you know, it does do a little bit of a jump, but if we slow down for that, we're fine. Okay. I think we're okay then. So what we're going to do is, I think we're just going to place this engine off to the side here. And then, well, which side are we going on? You know what? Let's do this. And we're going to go forward. We're going to go forward with this. We're going to leave this over here. Yeah, we'll leave it over this way, and then we can take the other train back. We're going to take this one back. So that's what we'll do with that. Just really... There we go. That's why we didn't want to use this one, because it's slower. But we'll see if we can survive the faster train with all this. So we need to get the whatchamacallit back. Here, we'll just... Honestly, I kind of want to derail this somewhere and, you know, leave it off the side of the rails so it's not even in the way anywhere. Because it's going to be like a surprise. You forgot about this one. As you're coming around the corner and you got to slam on the brakes or something, right? Let's see. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so we're going to re-rail this. Let's go like this. Is it the right way? That's the right way. Nice. Let's try that again. Try this. There we go. Okay. Leave that one there. And then we're going to re-rail this one. You can do it. There we go. Nice. All right. Now we should be able to get all this. Make sure our brakes are off. Whoops. Brake. Give me a brake. And this one. Okay. We must have just left the brakes on the engine. Okay, cool. That works. All right. Let's go like this. Should have some... Yep, we have steam. All right. Reverser. Let's see, what does our whistle sound like? I like that. All right, cool. There we go. Play a little crack the whip there. It looks like it's good. Cool. Let's do this then. And we're going to set up our switch there. We definitely need to use caution around that switch. And then we're going to come back and get... Yep, all of our switches are set. Cool. Let's do it then. All right. So we should be able to load this up. Should be able to load this up and then get our whatchamacallits logs. And we're going to slow down a little bit before this switch, so we'll go over at 10. I don't know, maybe the other cars are more sensitive and they're all going to fly off the track. Why did it suddenly change like that, though? You know? That's my question. Alright. I'm going to slow down just a little bit here. There we go. We're gonna try to go 10 over this at the most. So we'll make sure that these are doing okay. Yeah, see, they're not catching. You can see there's a little bump in them when they go over, but they're not like bouncing nearly off the track or anything like that. Okay, cool. There we go. Alright, and hopefully we don't hit whatever it was before. See, it probably was that thing right there. Alright. No, I think we got rid of whatever it was. I think it was the box parts that were hitting it anyway. So, yeah. So it looks like I've been able to do a couple of episodes. You know, I forgot to... I did one and then left it until I did the next episode to actually make it public. And I decided that I'm not going to do all the early access and all that stuff anymore. It's just... It's not... Nobody cares. Basically. Nobody cares about the early access stuff anymore, and it's not a big deal. At least, you know what I mean? Not in everything, I just mean on this channel. I don't think it's a big deal for the early access and all that stuff. And it takes extra effort to do that, to set them up for that and all that, and then I have to not forget to release them. And so I'm just going to be doing the regular episodes and everything. I may do things that I call bonus episodes, but I'm not really looking for... I'm not doing bonus content or anything like that. I'm not doing anything as far as the contributors, whatever they call them on YouTube, the memberships, I think is what they call them. But yeah, and then the Patreon and all that stuff. I'm still going to leave that open. If people want to send coffee money, beer money, pizza money, whatever you want to call it, you know, that's totally cool. That's always awesome. I think it's obvious I'm not trying to do this channel to make a living or anything like that either. So, you know, I'm doing it to entertain and because it's fun. Which is what, you know, the internet is supposed to be about and YouTube was supposed to be about. But I've been increasingly decharmed, disenchanted, whatever. Yeah, I've been becoming more and more disenchanted with just YouTube's total crap fest. It's just turning into a giant cesspool of AI slop, and the channels that are not AI slop, any of the bigger channels, they're all sold to private equities, and they're not there because, hey, I have something really cool that I want to share with the world. It's I need to upload content in order to make money, and who cares if it's any good or not, you know, as long as I get a sponsor, I have to please my sponsor. They're not doing it because it's cool. They're doing it because of sponsors and sponsorships and all that crap. So, and it shows. That's all I can say. It shows. They're doing it, I don't know, the heart and soul is out of almost all those channels. And so, and then the comments, it's like the bigger channels, it's like, why even bother commenting on any of the bigger channels because nobody's ever going to see it, you know? Especially if you're not one of the first 2 people to watch the video. Let's see, can we load? Can we get it to load? Oh, I'm on that one. There we go. That's why. Okay, and then let me see, we need to bring this forward just a little bit. Bring this forward a little bit. And we'll go like this. And let's see if this one can get this one to load. No, we can't get it to load yet. Okay. But yeah, that's where I'm at on the whole the whole channel thing. I considered doing like a vlog about it, and it's like I don't want to get into that yet. I may decide to do that later, but yeah. It's too much like a rant. I don't want to get into doing rants. Okay, there we go. So I may or may not end up doing more content of stuff that I like, videos about stuff that I think is interesting and want to see a video about, you know? There we go. That was weird, it didn't let me reset. Let's see if this one will let me load. No, not that. Let's see if this one will let me load. Will this one let me? Nope. It's so weird. Okay, and I think 5 is the limit, isn't it? 5 is the limit on Schnitzengruben? Yeah, okay. It is. These are 5 per car. Okay. So we'll get these going here. Can we get it to load? This is the problem with using the smaller cars. Try that. Okay, and then we're going to go back to see if this one will load. Nope. See, now that the car moved while the thing was loading, is probably not going to load again. Oh, it is going to load. It's going to make a liar out of me. All right. Are we on this one? There we go. I don't know why I keep getting offset by 1 on this. All right, let's go like this. See if we can get this to load 2 at a time one of these days. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. All right. Okay, that's funny. It grabbed 2 that time, didn't it? Well, that really shows that it's limited by... Okay, that was interesting. And then it grabbed 1 that time? That was really weird. All right. Let's go like this. Is it this one? It's such a pain. Let's try this. Nope, neither of them want to go. I totally broke it. All right. Is that one going to go? That one's going to go. Okay, good. And then we're going to go forward 1, and we're going to see if we can get this one to load. I'm going to wait until that's done so that I don't accidentally screw that one up. Nope. There we go. Let's see if we can get this to move. Just enough. Is it really going to do this? It's going to just keep doing this to me every time. I might as well just pretend like there's only one... yeah, I might as well pretend like there's only one thingy and just not even bother with trying to do this. Okay, so this one, there we go. And then the next one, we're going to load up if we can. You'd think they would have done something with as far as these the spacing on these goes, you know. Let's see if this will load. No, it won't. Okay, so we're gonna let this one load, and then we're gonna load this one, and we'll see if we can get the rest of them a little bit faster, because this was just stupid. All right. There we go. There we are. All right. So we're going to let this load. Please load on this one, not that one. And it does. And then it, yeah, there we go. And then it won't load again. So weird. Is it just me that it's weird that it's loading on that one, and then it's going to drop 2 on this one, right? Just to mess with me. All right, let's go like this. There we go. See if that'll do it. We'll get those to go. But anyway, yeah, you know, it sucks because the comment thing sucks too, because not only nobody's going to see your comment, now it's like, are the comments even people? I mean, there's so many generic comments that could totally be bots. And it's like, you know, am I even talking to somebody else, or am I just engaging with a fake thing that's there to keep me on the site? And so even if it feels like it's a real person, it still doesn't. You know what I mean? Even if the comment that was left passes for, oh yeah, that's probably human, it's like I still don't feel like responding anymore. I don't feel like commenting anymore. And I've seen a few of them on the small channels here too, where it just looks, it's like generic praise. If you're going to, and so I don't mean to be ungrateful to the people that do take the time to comment on my, you know, channel with 4 views, but if you are going to leave a comment, you know, it should address something specific instead of, wow, you're great, you know, whatever. Generic bottable comment, you know, that could have been written by an LLM that, LLL, one of those too, an LLM that, you know, doesn't even know what it's commenting on. Write some generic, here, dear chat GPT, please write me some. Okay. And the funny thing is, I'm not against the use of LLMs for certain things, like especially, there's just some stuff that's kind of cool for that, you know, using it in the creative process to help with certain things, to help with ideas and that kind of stuff. But the way it's being used is like, what's the worst possible, most cynical, exploitative, non-human, soulless, you know? It's just like the worst possible, how can we use this to make the world a worse place instead of a better place, you know? Is how it feels, the way it's being used by, especially by things like YouTube and the, you know, the 4 websites that are now the entire internet, unfortunately. Yeah. But anyway, I don't mean to turn it into a rant. I don't know. Don't you have to be angry or rant about something? I just think it's dumb. Just because I think it's dumb doesn't mean I'm ranting. Anyway, let's rant about rants. All right. So we're going to bring this back, and then, you know, I think our other cars, all of our state cars, I think our state cars are on the other end of the map too. But what is this? Today's Wednesday. This episode will actually be out Wednesday evening, and so I'm hoping to make one Thursday or Friday. Probably not Friday because it's finally gonna be nice after like 5 days of really extreme wind and I can't fly. The winds were like 40 miles an hour at the height that I fly. I fly about 1,000 feet off the ground. And what is that, about 300 meters? And for those of you on metric. But yeah, the wind has just been absolutely insane. It's like 20 gusting to 30 on the ground. And it's almost, it's like 60 degrees off from the runway direction too, so it's mostly crosswind. 20 to 30 crosswind is like, I mean, even if it's a perfectly smooth 20 with no gusts, it's still way too much crosswind. I'd have to be crabbing so much. Crabbing is when you're moving this direction, but you're pointed this direction, and so you're just going like this. Because the wind is coming, you know, this way. The wind is coming this way, and it's blowing you, or this way. It's blowing you this way, and you want to go this way, so you have to point that way so that you get blown that way relative to the wind, but not relative to the ground. It's really fun navigating like that. Okay, we're coming up on this thing. Let's do this so we know where we are. And we have to switch this too. No, we're on the right side. Okay. Yep. All right, we're gonna go over this. There we go. We can start our bell. I always do this. I'm like, I'm gonna go over it really slowly, but then it feels too slow, so I start speeding up, and then I end up going off the track anyway. Alright, let's try 10%. It looks like 10% is a good speed. Okay, cool. Is the bell even going? Yeah. Alright. Let's do this and go all the way to the back. Because we're going to want to drop these off as we go. So we're going to try to time this. We're going to try to time it so that we can get this to work. There we go. See, I think some of those didn't actually roll into the thing. I think they collided with the other ones and then bounced off of them and then didn't actually go in. Let's see. See if those will go in. Because we're at the end here, and I can just get the other ones to go. Let's see what it comes up with here. Because it should be a multiple of 5. Wow, it got really dark. That's ridiculous dark. Well, we're at a multiple of 5, although it's been using them too, so who knows if that's actually... Yeah. Let's see what we have as far as... Alright. So we're at 48 there. The goods out. The lumber is at 100, really? Okay. Oh, did we just take a whole bunch of beams and not any lumber? That could be. I think when it does that, though, it will reload the beams. I think it'll use these to reload the beams, and then it will give you double output for that. I'm not positive about that. Let me see. 45. That only gives us 20. No, it's not doing that. It's basically just not producing any of those. Well, that's awesome. All right. Well, that's going to be it for episode 33. Join me in episode 34. We're going to go pick up our... hey, it's almost light out already. We're going to go pick up our logs and... not logs, our beams and lumber. And, and we'll get them over to the iron mine. So, yeah, join me in episode 34, and we'll see you then. Later.